Hey guys, Madison here, back for a brand new episode of Mad's Mail where I open your packages. So without further ado, let's rip them open. First package is from Roger. Am I gonna need a knife for this? It doesn't look like it. We're just shredding. We be shredding. We got some movies. What have we got here? The Getaway, a Sam Peckinpah film. Oh, I know that name. He directed The Wild Bunch, right? We've got Steve McQueen and Ali MacGraw. The Getaway. We've got some glare happening. I have never heard of this movie, but I did enjoy Steve McQueen a lot in The Towering Inferno. And The Magnificent Seven. So I am very much wanting to check out some more Steve McQueen films. So I'm excited about this. I don't want to read too much, but it's a thriller. I do love thrillers. That's exciting. Movie number 2. Steve McQueen, Bullet. Robert Vaughn, Jacqueline Bisset. Ooh, I see Robert Duvall on here. Oh, this is exciting. 2-disc special edition. Bullet. Now classic car chase, one of the screen's all-time best. So another action flick here. I'm going to be covered for Steve McQueen films. What's our third one? Is it another Steve McQueen? No, we're switching things up on the third one. Grand Prix. All the glamour and greatness of the world's most exciting drama of speed and spectacle. So we got I started to say NASCAR, but this is old school looking NASCAR. Look at these vehicles. Look at that. I am not a car expert, so I don't know what those are called. It looks kind of like an old school drag racing car vehicle. I'm exposing myself here that I know nothing about NASCAR, car racing, or any of that. So I need to be educated. I need some films to educate me. I remember Eva Marie Saint. Was she the actress in North by Northwest with Cary Grant? I think she was. The revved up Oscar winner about the world's most celebrated racing experience. 9 races, 1 champion. This is so cool. Thank you so much, Roger. I'm so excited. I love being gifted movies. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to watch these. Trying to make sure I keep the glare off of these and I can show you guys. There we go. Thank you so much, Roger. You're awesome, and I really appreciate these. I can't wait to check them out. Next package is from Michael. I am on a roll, you guys. Usually I have to cut packages open, but I am just shredding like a boss today. It's stuck. Wait. Got it. I got it. Cool, we got a book. Okay, I think there's a letter. I'll read the letter first. Dear Madison, you seemed to be fangirling when I mentioned my mother was one of the co-creators and co-writers of I Love Lucy. Yes, I was, Michael. So I've enclosed an autographed copy of her book, Laughing with Lucy, that I think you will enjoy. What? This is so cool. Now I'm fangirling again. My mom was one of the first women writers hired in radio and TV. Kathleen Haidt, Gunsmoke, was hired at CBS Radio in LA. My mom was the second female writer hired by CBS. In New York, Selma Diamond and Lucille Callan both worked on... I'm sorry if I mispronounced someone's name. I don't know if it's Callan or Colin. Both worked on Your Show of Shows starring Sid Caesar. Later, Carl Reiner would loosely base the character of Sally Rogers on the Dick Van Dyke Show after Diamond and Callan. Carl Reiner had also worked on Your Show of Shows. Forgive me if I repeat myself and give you film suggestions that I may have emailed you before. At some point, you need to see Splash. This is where the name Madison came from. Before 1984, people didn't use Madison as a first name. Tom Hanks, Daryl Hannah, Ron Howard directed. It's so funny. Lots of people have told me that about Splash, that like Madison wasn't really a first name until Splash came along. But what's funny is my parents aren't even fans of that movie. They may have seen it one time. I asked them about it, and I think maybe they said they had seen it one time. But they were honestly not inspired by that at all. Me and my brother are actually named after state capitals. And I don't know if that's where it came from. I think they just like the names. But there's Madison, Wisconsin. And then my brother's name is Austin, so Austin, Texas. So we're both actually, not intentionally, but we're both named after state capitals. And then I like to think I share a name with one of the great presidents of this country, James Madison, although you're right, that was a surname. So that's really interesting that movie kind of sparked the interest in Madison being a first name. The shop around the corner, good catch. Sarah Hayden, one of the women working in the store, was one of the maids and the bishop's wife. The other maid was Elsa Lanchester, most famous for being the bride in The Bride of Frankenstein. You know, the one with the stripes of white in her hair. I have not seen The Bride of Frankenstein yet, but hopefully it's on my list. Also in the shop around the corner, Frank Morgan was the boss. He's most known for playing the wizard in The Wizard of Oz. Yes, people have told me about that. I've seen The Wizard of Oz many times, and I just did not make that connection at all. This movie was directed by Ernst Lubitsch. He is known for the Lubitsch touch regarding telling things visually. The shot of the girl looking through the mailbox is a good example. Also, the guy coming down the stairs and going back up and only seeing his feet is another example. When the motion picture code, parentheses, censorship, started in 1934, I'm sorry if I'm butchering this guy's name. Lubitsch was able to convey things subtly, especially sexuality, which had been clamped down on. Jimmy Stewart is great, especially in It's a Wonderful Life. He enlisted in the Air Force and was in action over Germany and saw many of his friends shot down. I have heard this. When he returned, he had what we would today call PTSD. The scene of him praying at the bar and breaking down didn't require much acting. Also, watch or rewatch Back to the Future 2. I have not seen Back to the Future 2 yet. I've only seen the first one, guys. So, yeah. The second one and the third one I definitely plan to react to. Associate producer Steve Starkey told me that the alternate 1985, which they called it the Biff horrific part of the movie, was inspired by It's a Wonderful Life. Marty goes back to his home to the town square and even looks at a tombstone in a graveyard. The same story beats. Ironically, this movie was not only sad for Jimmy Stewart, but also writer-director Frank Capra. Even before World War II, his optimistic movies were considered Capricorn by those in Hollywood. After World War II, he started his own company, Blvd Films. After It's a Wonderful Life flopped, he wondered if he was out of touch with America in the post-war period. After another movie flopped, he ended up selling Blvd Films to Paramount Pictures. In 1974, someone at Paramount messed up the copyright renewal, and It's a Wonderful Life became public domain. Every local TV station could run the movie for free, and they did. It became a Christmas perennial, and that's why the movie became popular. It's such a great story, isn't it? Jimmy Stewart basically had 3 careers. The first was mostly screwball comedies in 1935 to 1941, 1942 to 1945, World War II. In 1946 to 1948, he started again and thought his career was over. He was in many westerns during this period. Winchester 73 is a good one. Harvey, 1950, is a comedy and one of my favorite Jimmy Stewart movies. In 1948, he starred in Rope and would go on to make 3 other movies with Alfred Hitchcock. Rear Window, The Man Who Knew Too Much, and Vertigo. Love Rear Window and Vertigo. He continued to make westerns with directors like John Ford, Anthony Mann, and Henry Koster. One of his last westerns, The Shootist, also stars John Wayne, Lauren Bacall, and a young Ron Howard. So, Stewart had his screwball comedy phase, his western phase, and his Hitchcock phase. Christmas movies. I hate to say this, but I like the remake of Miracle on 34th Street, 1994 better than the 1947 version. Both are good. Regarding second-tier Christmas movies, The Shop Around the Corner, The Bishop's Wife, and It Happened on Fifth Avenue are all good. If you watch The Bishop's Wife, yes, I did. Check out the reaction on my channel. Watch out for the actors Sidney Greenstreet and S.C. Sakal. Both are also in Casablanca. Oh, and Barbara Stanwyck is amazing, as always. And It Happened on Fifth Avenue. Dom DeFore may be recognized. He's the neighbor on the Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet TV show. I have not seen It Happened on Fifth Avenue yet, but obviously, yes, The Shop Around the Corner and The Bishop's Wife. But yeah, I need to get to It Happened on Fifth Avenue, maybe for my Christmas movie marathon this year. Cary Grant is amazing. I agree. He found his stride in screwball comedies of the 1930s. Topper and The Awful Truth, both 1937, Bringing Up Baby and Holiday, both 1938, His Girl Friday and The Philadelphia Story, both 1940. The Philadelphia Story has Cary Grant, Jimmy Stewart, and Katharine Hepburn. He started working with Hitchcock with Suspicion and later Notorious, To Catch a Thief, and North by Northwest. Notorious is my favorite black and white Hitchcock movie. Charade is also the best of his later work. Cary Grant was born Archibald Leach in England. I did not know that was not his real name. After moving to Hollywood in the early 1930s, Cary Grant basically said he invented the suave, debonair persona on film and kept playing it in real life as well. As Hollywood had transitioned to sound, voice coaches taught actors to speak with a transatlantic accent which can't be placed and sounds like England and America at the same time. It's so true. I've wondered why American actors in old movies kind of sound British, and it's like a weird hybrid of, it's just like very proper sounding. And like it's sort of English sounding, but it's also American, and so they were apparently coached to talk like this. It's so strange. In both Bringing Up Baby and The Philadelphia Story, you get both Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant, the two biggest examples of the transatlantic accent. Okay, I've got to get you to start watching musicals. Here are some suggestions. I'm looking forward to reacting to some musicals. The problem is copyright, Michael, because music and songs are very... The copyright algorithm loves to clamp down on music in particular, so musicals are very difficult to react to without just completely chopping them up and then people get upset. So I would love to react to some musicals. I have done The Sound of Music, but I would like to do more. But yeah, Sound of Music was a little difficult getting it past the copyright, but eventually I got it there with a lot of trial and error. Gold Diggers of 1933, Top Hat, The Wizard of Oz. I've seen The Wizard of Oz many times, so I can't react to that one. But those other two I have not seen. Singin' in the Rain, An American in Paris, Meet Me in St. Louis. Haven't seen any of those except for The Wizard of Oz, so I can put them all on my list. I've attached some pages from a book I wrote called Film School 101, which was kind of a response to reactors on the React channel, where kids and teens seem to have no knowledge of history or their culture. I didn't want to bombard you, but if you want to read it, I can make a copy. It's only about 40 pages. I've read all the screenwriting books like Save the Cat, still am wanting to read that, by Blake Snyder, Story by Robert McKee, The Writer's Journey by Christopher Vogler, which is a lot easier to read than The Hero with a Thousand Faces by Joseph Campbell, Screenplay by Sid Field, and The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Where do you get these terms like enemies to lovers, etc., or is this just common knowledge? Common knowledge, I guess. I pick up the terminology. Just there's a lot of terms that are coined by fandoms, like not even particular fandoms, but just fandom in general. It's different terms for, like, terms for relationships span all fandoms. Tropes. That's what I was looking for. There are kind of just universal terms for tropes that have taken root and then everyone uses them, whether you're like a fan in a fandom or you're writing articles, like reviewing movies, analyzing movies and books. Just, yeah, enemies to lovers is a very big trope. And then there's like friends to lovers, rivals to lovers. I mean, all these different terms, I don't know their origin, how they came about, but they've just sort of become ingrained in popular culture. And it helps, like, if you're telling people about a certain movie or a book, like, what tropes it features so that they kind of know what they're in for and what type of relationship it is, or what trope does the hero fit, or, like, what kind of story, like, genre. Yeah, there's just lots of different terms for all the different story and character tropes and relationship tropes that are out there, so I'm sure I do not know all of them, but yeah, enemies to lovers is a big one, very common one that I've picked up on. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. I hope you have another book signing so I can get an autographed copy of Gone Outlaw. I look forward to watching your reactions. Keep up the good work. Best wishes, Michael. Thank you so much for your letter, Michael. Thank you for all the movie recommendations. And I will be sure to check out this list here that you've attached. Thank you so much, because I am always, a Western section. I am always looking to expand my to-watch list and find more hidden gems that I did not know existed, because some of my most favorite movies that I've reacted to, I had just never heard of them somehow my whole life, and was so happy that people recommended them to me so that I could find them and watch them and enjoy them, because yeah, there's been several that, like, I had no idea they existed. I watched them and I just absolutely loved them. So thank you so much for the list of movie recommendations, and for your letter, and for the autographed copy. I can finally look at this. Laughing with Lucy, My Life with America's Leading Lady of Comedy. This is so cool. By Madeline Pugh Davis with Bob Carroll Jr. So cool. Check this out, guys. Check it out. Get a close-up look there. Oh my goodness. A fascinating look at being one of the few female comedy writers working on radio and TV in the 1940s and 50s. This is so cool. Look at the signature. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. Oh, I can't wait to check this out. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm just flipping through this. So cool, Michael. Thank you so much. This is so special and it means a lot. So thank you so much for getting me this signed copy. I really appreciate it. Oh, I almost missed the little note inside. This copy of Laughing with Lucy was signed in front of me by I Love Lucy writer and my mother, Madeline Pugh Davis. Best wishes, Michael. So cool. Thank you so much, Michael. See, now I'm fangirling again. Oh my goodness. This is so awesome. Thank you so much. I just keep staring at it. Can't wait to give this a read. Thank you so much. Last two packages are from Joel, and I think I'm finally going to have to break down and use a knife for these two. Make sure I didn't miss anything. What is this? Make sure I don't miss anything. I'm always scared, guys. There's going to be something in the paper and I miss it. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, there's a note. I always read the note first. Just in case. Although maybe I shouldn't, because there could be spoilers in said note, but I don't know. Madison, I've enjoyed following your Patreon/YouTube channel. You've brought me a lot of enjoyment. I'm glad to hear that, Joel. It's fun to see you discover movies that have meaning for me because of the memories of who I first watched them with. Too many have passed on. I have the 2 Lonesome Dove gifts I sent you on my wall. Oh my goodness. Lonesome Dove. I purchased a second set and thought I'd share them with you. I hope you have the wall space to display them. I'm a little over halfway through your novel. I've been reading it at work during lunch. Oh, awesome, Joel. I hope you've been enjoying it. The picture at the bottom is my 1874 Shiloh Sharps and rifle case I designed for it. Quigley Down Under inspired. Made by the same people as the movie rifle, although mine shoots a tame 4570 cartridge. The leather maker never took on such a complicated project. He makes leather cowboy cuffs too. A few barrel racers, rodeo riders wear them, along with the functional ones sported by oilfield workers and working cowboys. Joel. P.S. We don't rent pigs. Oh, that's such a cool picture. I love the rifle and the case too. That is so awesome. I love the fringe on it and the beads. That's awesome. That's awesome, Joel. Thank you for sharing. I will have a new appreciation for that once I actually watch Quigley Down Under, because I have not seen it yet, but it is definitely on my list of Westerns to watch and list of Aussie movies to watch. I am so excited to open these. Lonesome Dove. I love that series. If you have not seen my reactions to all 4 parts of Lonesome Dove, go and check them out. They were quite emotional. Lonesome Dove is a heck of a tearjerker. Okay, here we go, folks. I love Western-inspired things to hang on my walls, so I am extremely excited. Haha, this is so cool. $500 reward. Dead or alive. Blue duck. That is so cool. Look at it. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I'm giving you guys a good look at it here. That is so awesome. I love the wood. Oh, I can't wait to hang this. For the Comanche half-breed known only as Blue Duck. All information or reward claims to be addressed to Texas Rangers W.F. Call and A. McCrae. I love it. This is so cool. I love the holes in it too. Like the bullet holes. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Joel. This is so cool. I might just have to do some rearranging on my reaction wall behind me in my videos. Okay, this last package is a big one. It's the biggest one yet. Here we go. I'm working on it, y'all. It's so big. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whoa. I got it. I got it. You guys can't see it, but I'm looking at it. Hold on. Oh, Hat Creek Cattle Company and Livery Emporium. Captain Augustus McCrae. Captain W.F. Call. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Dietz, Joshua. Goats and donkeys, neither bought nor sold. We don't rent pigs. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Hang on, guys, you gotta see it. I don't even know if I can fit the whole thing in the camera shot, but I'm gonna try. Okay. Check it. Check it out, guys. I hope you guys can see it. I can't see the camera at all. That's so cool. This is so awesome, Joel. You have no idea how much I'm geeking out right now. And yeah, I'm totally thinking a rearrangement of my movie reaction wall is in order. Yeah, we've got some redecorating to do. We're gonna cowboy the room up a little bit. What do you guys think? Uva, uvam, vivindo, varia, fit. What does it mean? The Latin to English translations say it means grape, sour, living, variety is made, or grape bunches by living becomes, but according to Gurney Bingham Putnam's complete book of quotations, this proverb is translated as the grape changes its hue and ripens by looking at another grape. Another translation is that people change and mature and the company of each other as grapes do when together. I love it. Y'all, this is like real wood. This is like some nice heavy wood here. It's awesome. I just keep staring at it in the monitor because that is so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm geeking out. I loved, and love, present tense, Lonesome Dove, so much. Oh, it smells like wood too. I love it. Thank you so much, Joel. Thank you so much to Roger, to Michael, and Joel. You guys just made my day. What special gifts. I just am so honored that you guys send me such nice gifts. It means the world to me. And I'm so excited to hang up my new sign, Hat Creek Cattle Company, with Gus and Woodrow's names on it. It's just so cool. It's like straight out of the show. And my wanted poster of Blue Duck. I can't wait to cowboy up my reaction room a little bit more, and I'm so excited to read this signed copy of Laughing with Lucy and 3 movies from Roger. You guys are just too kind to me. Thank you so much for making my day. This was awesome. Thank you guys so much. And for those of you watching, I hope you enjoyed this new edition of Mad's Mail. If you would like to send me mail, check the description below. You can also see it in my About section on my channel page. I'd love to hear from you, even if you just want to write me a letter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want a shirt like this one, head on over to my website, MadisonThames.com, or you can check my Shopify shop, which is now linked to all of my videos. If you just scroll down a little bit under the video, you can see some of my Shopify merch there. We've got Gone Outlaw stuff, we've got MKT logo shirts, and there's a new rodeo-inspired design dropping very soon on my merch store, and some other stuff coming as well, so be on the lookout for that. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys very soon for another Film Friday. Bye guys.